Apparently, there's a new Kanye West or Ye album in the works right now. But how do y'all really feel about new Ye music in 2023? There's been people with connections to Kanye coming out recently mentioning hints about Kanye working on a new album or working with him on the album. And apparently, Ye has been staying in Japan for a little while. People like Kim Kardashian, Ty Dolla $ign, Hit Boy, Malik Yusuf. The most interesting one to me is Malik Yusuf, who has worked on every Kanye album. I believe he's worked on every Kanye album and is an actual friend of Kanye West and from Chicago before fame. So Malik was getting interviewed, was asked about things he's working on, and he said we are looking at this new Kanye album. So he said looking at this new Kanye album. Now, why this is interesting to me is because one, it confirms an album or new Ye music is in the works, as Malik Yusuf is a reliable source in Ye's circle. But it's also interesting to me because he says we're looking at this new Ye album, which can mean multiple things. It can mean Kanye has already begun working on the majority of the album and is now bringing in others to fine tune it. It could mean Malik is unsure in what capacity he'll be a part of it. Or it could mean this could be another scrap Ye album like So Help Me God or Yandi. The words looking at this album opposed to working on it are interesting. But what does a Kanye West album even sound like in 2023? And do we think Kanye can still make a classic to great album today? What does a Kanye album sound like in 2023? Like, who the fuck knows? Like, it's Kanye West we're talking about. Like, he could announce he's dropping a gospel country album and we're still gonna go listen to that shit. Like, it doesn't even matter, really. You know, that's the type of notoriety Kanye West has, even after all the bullshit that's gone on. You know, if he drops some shit, we're all gonna run to it. You know, Donda was an incredible experience. The live stream presentations in the stadiums where Kanye was actually tinkering with the music in real time. It was crazy, and definitely another classic moment in Ye's career. But was Donda a classic album? I don't really think so. So I think it was a really good album, but I think the presentation itself was greater than the actual finished product. You know, Donda was so close to being this next classic Kanye masterpiece, but I can't ignore the many flaws it has that take away from it. The album was mixed and recorded in different places and mixed in locker rooms and separate areas, and you can kind of hear that in the music. On one track, you'll hear Kanye's vocals very present and mixed very clean, and then the next one it'll be like his voice is almost in the distance. You know what I mean? Like, very rough mixing on that album. The mumbling of lyrics on some songs, like that shit drives me crazy. I hate when Kanye does that shit. I hate when any artist does that shit, but especially Kanye, because, you know, as much as people want to say about ghostwriting and this and that, like, Kanye West in his earlier years was known as a lyricist. All this like Kanye can't really rap shit, like, people who know Kanye, like, Kanye used to have videos like freestyling, like off the top. Like, Kanye can actually rap. Yes, he uses ghostwriters as help, like a lot of big artists do, but the notion that Kanye can't actually rap is not true. Like, that's bullshit. We've heard a lot of people in the industry say that's not true. He likes to collaborate with people, but to say he can't rap is bullshit. So this whole thing of him just like following in this new wave of younger cats of just like mumbling and throwing some shit together, like, that's bullshit, because we know that Kanye's pen game is actually nice. He could actually write a verse on his own, or at least get the people he's working with to fill in the blanks. Like, there's no reason for someone with as many sources and with as many collaborators as Kanye West to have a bar on an album, on a song period, with missing lyrics to it. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. If you can't figure it out, bro, Sci-Hi can figure it out, or fucking Rhymefest could figure it out, or whoever the fuck he's working with at the time, they could figure that shit out. Fill in the blanks. Like, why are we listening to songs with missing lyrics? It makes no sense. And not even only that, like, the censored lyrics on Donda, like, that shit drove me nuts too. Like, it's just an ear sore. Like, bro, like, if you're gonna swear in real life and on a day-to-day basis, and we all heard the songs had curse words on the live streams, just let the actual album have the full lyrics in it. Like, bleeping it out or cutting it out doesn't change the fact that we know what is being said there. So we might as well leave it in instead of disrupting the music. Like it's kind of foolish. Like I understand he wanted to do that for his mom and stuff, but why in the live streams have it with like the curse words in it, and then when we get the actual album, it's just like cut out, and it's just kind of awkward. It's just like a ear sore. Like it takes away from the music itself, because we know what's being said. You know what I mean? Like if you want to do respectful lyrics, then don't say words like that on the track. Like redo the verse and use different words instead of just blanking out a word, and we all know what the fucking word is. But even regardless of all that, like Donda was still a sign that Kanye can still make great music. Like there are highlights on Donda. Donda was like I said, the live stream was like breathtaking at times. Something we may never experience something like that again. You know, it was just like Kanye really flexing his artistic ability, not only musically but visually. That shit was insane. And there's great moments throughout the album where it's like, damn, that guy's still there. Like that genius is still there. You know what I mean? It's not like, I think after the Ye album, people thought like, hey, Kanye's just toast. Like he can't make that great music like he used to. But Donda has great music on it. Is it a little too long? And there's some filler on there, 100%. But there's also great songs on there as well, like Jail, like 24, Praise God, Off the Grid, God Breathe. Like there's great songs on there. Now the Donda 2 live stream, man, it's just like what could have been. Like that shit, that concert, that live stream was just like insane. You know, visually, artistically, I think it could have been better than the first Donda shows. But all the technical issues, difficulties, like Ye's mic cutting out and the music being really mostly references, it kind of stifled the moment. And at one point Ye even threw his mic down, and it was like this awkward ending to what could have been a really special piece of work. Then the release of Donda 2 was even worse. It's a bunch of unfinished songs that kind of just felt like a rushed project in order to get people to buy the stem player he was trying to drop. You know, a lot of people feel like they were scammed in that situation, and you know, it's understandable. Like I think people were paying, I can't remember the exact price, it was like 200, 250, might even be more for that stem player. But people were buying the stem player to get the music because Donda 2 wasn't available on streaming services. So real diehard fans rushed to get the stem player because they wanted to hear this album, and then you get it and the songs aren't even finished. It's like, what a way to blow an opportunity to really change the game. Because if Donda 2 was a finished album on that stem player, other major streaming services couldn't get it, the sales for that thing would have been so stupid. Like really think about it, the amount of diehard fans that are willing to drop $250 on, whether it's his merch or it's his shoes. You think they wouldn't do it to drop? They wouldn't drop $250 to get like a special album that you can't get anywhere else? 100%. That shit would have sold like hotcakes. So it was also, even like business wise, it was a fumbled opportunity to really go independent and have your own way of getting your music heard. It was kind of a good idea, but you wasted it by giving people an unfinished project. So then now we just feel like we got scammed. We bought this fucking stem player for no reason. I never bought it, you know, but a lot of people did. And I think they did so because they thought they were going to get an actual fucking finished Kanye West album. Then, of course, after that, there's all the antics, the anti-Semitism and politics. And I'm not going to get into all that. You know, I'm here to talk about the art. And all I say on that topic is like, Ye was definitely wildin', and I disagree with any negative comments about any race, religion, creed, or color. Like, that shit was whack to me. And you know, it's at some point he's gonna have to do some type of explaining when it comes to that shit. But I know some people are over Kanye like 100%. Like, you talk to people and they're like, there's nothing he could do. I don't want to hear his music. I don't want to hear shit about him. I don't want his shoes. I don't want nothing. Like, and I respect it. You know what I mean? I people who take that stance, I respect it, because he was wilding out saying some stupid shit. You know, they say he's in a better mental state. Like Ice Cube came out in an interview recently and said that he's spoken to Ye and Ye's doing well mentally, and here he's working on this album. And you know, you hope all those things are true, because you know, mental health is real, and nobody wants to see anyone go crazy, for that matter, or to lose it or hurt themselves or anything like that. And especially we don't want that for Kanye either. So what would a new Kanye album sound like in 2023? I have no idea, bro. Like, I have no clue what a Kanye album would sound like, but I know what I would want from a new Kanye album. Like, I think if Kanye did like his version of a 444 content wise, like what Jay-Z did, you know, speaking about his real life problems, feelings, heartbreak from the divorce, hardships of co-parenting, like real life shit, real relatable lyrics, something we can connect to and feel. Like, no political bullshit, no running for president, no Adidas hyper elitist bullshit, no controversy to stir the pot. Like, just real, authentic, and pure music, which is what we love from Kanye and why we became fans in the first place. I would want the album to be short and sweet, not overly bloated like the Donda album. Just short and concise. Just give me 10 songs, 10 well-crafted, finished, no mumbles, all completed and coherent lyrics. You know, give me 5 like relatable, soulful rap records, like Real Friends, Life of the Party, Follow God, like those type of records. Give me like 5 melodic 808s and heartbreak, like heartfelt records. Maybe even a couple gospel records like 24. To me, that would be perfect. And just take his time. Like, Kanye used to be a perfectionist. When you heard College Dropout or Graduation, like, did you ever think you would get songs from him one day where it's like mumbling and missing words and shit like that? Like, there's no way. You would have never guessed that when Kanye was making Graduation and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. You know, a song like I Feel Like That, which, if you haven't heard, it's a song about depression and mental health that is incredible, and it's a damn shame that it was never released officially. You can find it on YouTube for sure. If you just type in I Feel Like That Kanye West, it'll pop up. I think it came out around the time of So Help Me God. I'm not sure why it wasn't used and put on some album at some point, because the production was dope on it. What he was saying was dope. Like, that's the type of music I want to hear from Kanye. I don't want to hear about his battle with Nike and how he's got $1 billion and he's trying to get $2 billion, and like, I don't care about that shit. I like the true artistic, heartfelt shit that Kanye is known for in his music. So do I think he can make a classic or great album in 2023? You know, the crazy part is I still do. You know, despite the duds here and there, like the track with Lil Pump or Donda 2 being unfinished, I still think musically Kanye can still deliver. But I don't think he can while trying to do 100 things at the same time, like he has tried in the past with, you know what I mean, like trying to do fashion and all these things at the same time as making music, and kind of half-assing it a little bit. You know, and if the rumors are true and he's hiding out in Japan, kind of like he did in Hawaii when he made My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, then that's definitely a good sign. But with Kanye, or with Ye, you just never know what you're gonna get these days. One day he's inspiring the world in a sold-out stadium, performing the best music we've ever heard. Then the next day he's saying some dumb shit on the internet, and we're all just like, get the fuck out of here, bro. So the question really is, can he do it again? Can he win over society's heart again with another masterpiece? Do people even care? I can't say, but you know, Kanye the artist is definitely one of my favorites and has changed the music overall for the better. And in a still climate of music like today, I'll definitely check it out no matter what. I'll be rushing to hear it. But at the same time, I'm keeping my expectations low.